we get many questions on this topic. So we decided to make a video about insulation and ventilation. Hello everybody and welcome to our channel. Ventilation and insulation are two major topics when it comes to building your own camper or shipping container, tiny home on wheels. We have picked up a couple of things along the way and we need to improve some things on our own build. And we get many questions on this topic. So we thought, well, let's make a video on insulation and ventilation. And we expect and hope you can learn a thing or two. So in this video we will show you what we've learned. So first we start with the basics. But to start with the basics, we are going to use these two cans of Coke. The first can is here basically to show you what happens when you do not have insulation. And the second can shows you what happens when you do have insulation. Please know that to keep the cold or the heat outside, the required insulation thickness will vary in different situations. And this is what happens when it's cold outside and hot inside without proper insulation. You get moisture. And with insulation it stays dry and comfortable, as you can see with can number 2. Next to temperature differences, the humidity of the air also plays an important role. With higher humidity of the air you get more moisture more quickly, and vice versa. So you will need ventilation to remove the humidity and the heat of the inside air. And ventilation can be natural or mechanical, but more on that later on. First, we will have a look at the back doors. As you can see, I already put in some insulation, and there as well. Still, when you look at the tissue, see, it gets damp. So my idea is that the steel of the container creates a thermal bridge. And the thermal bridge enables the cold to transfer to the heat inside. And that creates the moisture. Because now I think the air can travel from the inside through this small gap and then the hot air travels there and touches the cold metal, and that makes the moisture appear. So I will put insulation material here, and I would expect that that helps. So this should be better. Let's close the door and see what happens. So I think you can see there and there the gap is closed. Hopefully this should be better. I will keep you updated. It's morning, a few days after I did the installation, and I want to check if I see any moisture. So I've got my paper towel, and let's see what's going on. Perfect. Yeah, so it looks dry. Happy. Keep you updated if I see anything developing or things like that. Next to insulation, we also need ventilation, so we can have a comfortable home on wheels, because ventilation helps in reducing humidity and heat. Currently we have natural ventilation with quite some windows and doors, and it works fine, but we want to improve it. So we asked Titan if we could have 2 of their TTC-SC21 fans. And luckily for us, they agreed. So we want to thank Titan for helping us. So thank you, Titan. The Titan fans are marketed as roof fans, and they have the same sort of functionality as the famous MAXXFANs. But unlike the MAXXFAN, these fans can easily be installed in existing standard camper van roof windows. But we do not have standard camper van windows, so we will make some smart adjustments. So we can put them in the roof windows, but also in the side windows. So now we don't have 1 or 2 windows where we can put in the ventilation, but we have 4 windows where we can have a flexible ventilation. And that gives us so much opportunities and possibilities. So happy with that. And what do you think? Does this beat a MAXXFAN? Please let us know below in the comments. And now we need to talk about powering the Titan fans. The fans come supplied with this wire. It's a long wire, so that's nice. And on one side there's the plug that connects into the fan, and on the other side you have this wire. Red and black, typical 12-volt system. So you need to hardwire this to your battery. I think that is not the best solution. I would rather have a USB or maybe even a 220 to 30 volt plug on this side of the cable. And the best thing would even be if the fan would have a battery. But yeah, it does not have it. So we need to find a solution for this. But in a way I am lucky, because I lost a drone and it was a pretty bad accident, so I could not use the drone anymore. But I kept the old drone, and with this drone there were all sorts of plugs and wires that came with it to charge the batteries. And luckily for me, the plug that was used to charge the batteries on the drone is the same plug that is now supplied with the fans. So I can use all the equipment that comes with the drone. Lucky. So now I have like a flexible setup for every fan, and I can use 220 volts if I want, and I can use the 12-volt system if I like, and that's really nice. So now you've seen 2 ventilation and insulation improvement points, but we are not done yet. Our third improvement point is caused by both ventilation and insulation not being good enough. And this results in damp clothing when we have a high humidity and a big temperature difference between inside and outside. It does not happen often, but it is annoying, so we want to fix it. But first I think I need to talk about insulation a bit more. So here it goes. What proper insulation does, in short, is it creates a distance between a cold side and a hot side. And the best way to create this distance is to have a lot of air pockets between the hot side and the cold side. And when you have enough pockets of air, a large part of the heat cannot reach the cold, and vice versa. In our case, the minimum insulation that we have is 5 cm of pier panel and 2 cm of wood. And that works fine, because at night we have never put on the heater. But in 2 places I did not put in this amount of insulation, and that is in these 2 corners. For this corner it's not an issue, because there's enough ventilation to take away the moisture. But for the other corner there's limited ventilation in the cupboard. So we could add ventilation, but it's not so practical, so we are going to improve the insulation. And for that we're going to be using this yoga mat. It consists of a lot of air pockets, so I'll expect it will do just fine. And there's no need to buy expensive insulation material, because I found this on the street. So what do you think? Do you think it will work? You can let us know in the comments if you like. And with that, we've come to the end of this ventilation and insulation video. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned something, or at least you can avoid making the mistakes that we made. And we hope you liked it. And if you did, please leave a thumbs up or say something nice in the comments. We would really like that, and we always give a reply. And if you really want to thank or support us, please have a look at the options to perhaps buy us a coffee or something like that. And we would be really grateful for that. So thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video. And for now, bye bye.